Happy Mother's Day, mothers. I'm so busy right now. Busy. So dizzy right now. I'm not busy. I'm not a mother. We're gonna go to the park and grill some hamburgers at the park for Mother's Day. Me and my wife and my 8 kids. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna be great. Welcome to another Kilby Live video. Today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. We decided to get all 8 kids out of the house because Mom said she wants to be outside. So we came to this park near where we live that no one really goes to. There's actually some people here today, but it's usually pretty chill. Thought, do you know what? I'm gonna cook up some hamburgers, and I got some pork rinds instead of chips. We're letting the dog run illegally. Seems un-American to have to keep your dog on a leash. That being said, there's a lot of dangerous animals out there, mostly human animals. I just want to give a special thank you to moms today. My mom, my mother-in-law, my wife, and anyone I'm forgetting. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Without moms, none of us would be here. You know what, Mother's Day is one of those days that some people love and just celebrate, they're thankful. But you know, it's also a tough day for a lot of people. People that wanted to have kids that couldn't, people that have, you know, had loss in their life when it comes to their moms or were adopted and stuff like that. There's a lot of tragedy on this planet, and everything doesn't go to what we think is the optimal plan. Just seeing my wife go through loss. We've lost three children. We lost our first one, and just how much that impacted her. It taught me a lot about the preciousness of life and how important it is to celebrate moms and potential moms or would have been moms. I came up with a saying once: steal it if you like, and if it doesn't hit in your family very well and you get in trouble, it's not my fault. Being a mom is not the hardest job in the world. It's being a dad trying to do what a mom can do. Moms just have this special momism. So what say you about Mother's Day?
I think it is a fantastic way to celebrate moms. Mm-hmm. I think that my experience with moms has been awesome. So I get excited about it.
With moms?
My experience, like my mom was really cool.
Oh, okay.
My mother-in-law is awesome, you know, so I've had good experiences with people that I'm looking up to.
My experience with moms has been awesome too.
I'll punch you. I have never had a problem celebrating, and then after being told that I wouldn't have kids and then losing our first baby, it was kind of like this, is this going to be my story forever kind of thing, and I wrestled with it for a while. Clearly it wasn't. You know, we came out of that. But I know that it's a hard day for a lot of people, whether they've lost their mom, want to be a mom, you know, all those things. Like, there is a lot of tension in that.
Yeah, my wife homeschools our kids, being the advocate for our kids, you know, the primary teacher. Mm-hmm. As parents, we're the primary faith teachers of our kids, and so we're trying to teach our kids, and it's like, I mean, we don't have anything against public school, but there's some not good ones, and where we live, they're not very good. Their ratings are horrible. It's like moms hold the weight of that often. I mean, dads do too, but it's like, how do I raise my kids? How do I teach them? What do I teach them? How do I explain things to them? And then, you know, we've been obviously on like a health journey, trying to look at food the way that God looks at it. And, you know, I've gone on a carnivore diet. I was like, well, is God carnivore? Well, that's a weird question. But just staying away from ultra processed foods and stuff like that. And like, you know, do you force that on your kids? Do you make them do it?
Right.
Do you give them the opportunity to choose? Do you just not buy some of the junk? And so as a mom, Like, I know you think about that a lot.
I do.
Anything come to mind that you've been wrestling through when it comes to that?
You know, I think it's interesting because growing up, I felt like we were given healthy foods and I had no issues with how we were raised. And so in my head, sticking with the very similar things with our kids makes sense. Like, we did dinner around the table every night, was standard. And so we try and do that with our kids. And I think dinner time is the one time where we try really hard to make sure that they're getting nutritious food and the family connection and, you know, whatever else. Like, that's a time where everybody's pulled in together. Teenagers making faces at me.
Yeah. No one likes teenagers.
I like our teenagers. You know, so that's a time that I think has been really valuable. And then and we've never done like super processed foods regularly for dinner. And so then for other meals, it's like, okay, how can we take something familiar and make it better? How can we take something that they enjoy and make it so that they're not getting those things, but they're getting them in quantities that we're okay with? Like, all of that, I think, has just taken time and thoughts.
She looks dirty and hot.
She looks dirty. And so just kind of wrestling through some of those decisions. Oh.
Yeah. Well, the thing that came to mind, we were talking about this last night, is man does not live on bread alone.
Right.
I don't live on bread at all.
I like bread in moderation sometimes.
I don't miss bread at all.
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel, you want to say hi? You hot? You hot and all dusty from the rocks? You want to say hi?
Hi.
You want to say Happy Mother's Day? Say it. Say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Do you still like meat?
Yeah.
You gonna eat a hamburger?
Yeah.
So I told Aaron while he's cooking, I would sit here and give a little bit of an update. I decided to do carnivore again this month. Just because I needed to reset. I have a wedding coming up that I want to feel good for. But I just kind of noticed I was feeling a little bit sluggish. So I decided to do a carnivore challenge. I started on May 5th. So I'm 9 days in, although I am taking today kind of off because it's Mother's Day and I can. But I am down like 4 or 5 pounds. I feel really good. I feel like my energy level is back up. I feel like I am just a little more even, a little calmer across the board. And so it's interesting. I think that generally speaking, I don't feel like I eat poorly. But I was noticing that I was kind of like letting things creep in and looking for excuses to have just a bite of this or just a taste of that. And so kind of just reining it in, even temporarily, knowing that I've kind of committed to May or the rest of May, I think just really kind of changes my focus and changes what I'm hoping for. And it was interesting because our church passed out these little individual cakes today, and so I got one, of course. And as I was eating it, I was thinking, wow, this is really sugary. You know, the joy of eating this is only going to last for a few minutes. But then if I get a headache from the sugar, or if I'm gaining weight because of it or whatever, like that lasts for a lot longer. And so I just thought that was an interesting way to think about it, and hopefully it'll make it easier to make good choices even when I'm done with this particular challenge. Hi, can you sit with me? I'm trying to file those things away in my mind so that way when I'm not trying to do something as a strict challenge, I still have those things like, okay, yes, I do like cake, but it doesn't make me feel fantastic. What could I eat instead? Or what could I enjoy that would have like a longer lasting joy for me, if that makes sense. So yeah, so we'll see. I've got another 2 weeks to go, I think, but I'm kind of excited to see where I end up at the end of it. And I was also thinking maybe I need to do a like 2 or 3 week challenge every few months, like every 3 months, like do a 2 week challenge, just to kind of keep on track and keep my memory fresh of why eating clean and eating carnivore and all that kind of stuff is really beneficial for me. So we will see. We'll see how this ends up. I'm really enjoying Mother's Day and just being outside and watching the kids run in every direction. It is pretty fantastic.
How much do you love your mom?
A lot.
Yeah? You want to tell her Happy Mother's Day?
Yeah, I never did.
Well, tell her on camera. Look at the camera and talk to your mom.
Mom, happy Mother's Day. Even if this video, when it comes out, it's probably a few days after Mother's Day, but
Yeah.
still.
How many times do you think Mom changed your diaper?
A lot. Yep.
All right, do you want to say Happy Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Look right in the camera and give her a big schmooch. I'd wrap anything in bacon. Actually, I ate some bacon yesterday and it felt like it was too salty. It was weird. Never had that problem before. And I felt like it raised my blood pressure for some reason. That was weird. All right, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watches these Kilby Live videos. If we earned your subscription today, please give it to us and like these videos, share them with anyone that you think could use them or use it today. And I just want to say thanks again before this camera dies. Kilby out. Happy Mother's Day.